She was featured in many magazines like Northern Virginia Magazine and Moonalucci Bride, two Bright Lights Editor's Choice Awards for 2020, Wedding Wire Couples Choice for 2021, Washingtonia Weddings Magazine Best Vendor 2024, 2025, and she was listed in the top 90 event at home decor influencers in the US by influencerhero.com. The creative genius and owner of Wildflower Hill Co. in Virginia, Glory Barbaris. Welcome to the Beautiful People series.
Thank you for having me. I'm
Yeah.
so happy to be here. You look so fab.
Oh, thank you.
We are
Um,
matching.
yeah, we are matching. It's great. I wanted to match your energy, and I knew that you were going to wear something super bright and really playful. Um,
Thank you.
yeah,
My
I mean,
team told me I needed to wear this. Your
show
pinks
your
so bright.
sleeves. Show your sleeves. Woohoo! Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Thank
So,
you.
um, I think one of the first things that I learned about you, I mean, obviously, looking at your website, it's like phenomenal.
Oh, thank you.
It's everything a designer would want to be. I think that it's just done really well. The pictures speak a thousand words. It's bright and bold and beautiful. Um,
Thank you.
how did you get started in the floral? Because I know that you didn't start out as a florist. You were
No,
more
I
into,
actually didn't. Oh
yeah, tell
wow,
us
that's a
about that.
story. Well, thank you well, I just want to say again, thank you so much for having me on. I don't even, I'm so nervous yet excited at the same
Oh,
time. And I'm so honored to be here. So thank you.
you are welcome.
Um, I'm almost like, how much time do we have? But I can give you an abbreviated version of it. So my background is in tech. So I spent about 18 years working in technology across different industries like telecommunications, Fortune 500 companies, working for nonprofits, um, even the government, all the way to Capitol Hill. Um, it's been one of those beautiful journeys that I've really loved as a tech person and a woman in tech. That's just something that I'm really proud of. And then one of my first jobs when I graduated, second time from college, um, was working for a nonprofit in Arlington, and I was leading their communication and social media strategy, web development type of projects. And I started to blog about social media because at the time, think about it, 2008. I mean, I remember literally hard coding Facebook pages,
Wow.
and there was really nothing out there you could reference. So we were all just kind of like learning as we went along. And
Yeah.
so one of the things that I started doing was I wanted to blog about my experience as this young kid just getting out of college. And I have this sort of like big job at the national office overseeing like, web development and communication and online communication for this national organization and across like 36 satellite offices across the United States. And so one of the things that I wanted to do was sort of document that through the blog so that other um, technologists, if you will, in my shoes, in other nonprofit could sort of learn to see what we're doing
Yeah.
and see how they could apply that to their own, nonprofit organizations in terms of like, web operations. And so from that blog went on to be like a lifestyle blog, then went on to be like a personal blog. And then as the blog evolved, as my life evolved from
Yeah.
being this person to being a mom and then gradually literally the blog just grew with me. All of that to say in 2015, 2012, when I joined Instagram, I stayed on Instagram for 5 or 6 years and became a social media influencer and working with other brands. And then one day I stumbled up on the wedding industry and I signed up as a stylist on a style shoot. And then that's literally how it all started. And then from there, it was just like I got married, got engaged. My wedding was all over the place. And then I started, designing for other uh, local planners and things like that. So that's really how I sort of evolved from being a tech geek into this creative world that I love so much. And I'm so grateful to sort of bring my talent to bring so much joy to people's, weddings and events and life celebrations. So
So
that's
you're
kind of,
completely self-taught?
yes,
Wow. Amazing.
completely self-taught. Yeah, when I started as a planner, and so really I'm just one of those people where I'm such a perfectionist that if I'm going to go into something, I'm not just going to just jump right in. I want to learn all I can learn about that particular thing. And so one of the first few things that I did was I went to Wedding MBA, and I went to some conference in Mexico, I believe, just to kind of get an idea as to what the industry is all about. But after that, it was just kind of learning as I went along as a planner. And I did that for 7 years. And this year was the first full season that we're, full service floral design and production company. So we no longer do planning for weddings. We just take on creative direction work for corporate and brands, but mostly we do a lot of weddings. So completely self-taught. Um, I think it's interesting to kind of look back and see that it actually started way, way before even I got into it as a child. And so it feels really full circle for me anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if you have it, you have it. And
Yeah.
you definitely have it.
Oh,
So,
thank you.
so talking a little bit about the website, because it definitely shows that your creativity and just talent. How would you like describe your style or your vibe?
Oh gosh, my style, my vibe. I actually would describe my style as one that is very like organic. I pride myself on letting my feelings really drive my design, or my designs. But it's really modern, romantic, this garden inspired aesthetics.
Mhm.
But really, I typically design from a place of like intuition. If I could start designing, and if it doesn't feel right, I'm not gonna keep going. I'm literally gonna break down that bouquet and like start over, or that centerpiece and start over. And so for me, I really feel like I truly design to each individual client that I'm working with, because through learning about who they are, what they're trying to celebrate, their family, and all those things, it really just helped me to sort of gravitate instinctively to the type of blooms or flowers or anything like that that I can bring into my design style. So it's really very whimsical and very garden inspired. And it is one of those aesthetics that it's just truly my own, because it's here. It's all
Yeah,
in my head. I see it, and then I have to really design to that. If it doesn't match with what's in my head, it's not complete. And I feel like that's what makes it unique. That's what makes it, you can walk into a room and feel like, oh my God, that is totally like Andrea. That is totally like Laura's wedding. That's totally her. So that's like my design style.
nice. So
Thank
speaking of clients, have you experienced in your career where you feel like maybe you didn't quite mesh with the bride or the client? And how do you combat like those feelings? Do you move forward with it? Do you just nip it in the bud? Tell us a little bit about that process.
That is a very, very good question. Early on in my career, it just felt like, a booking is a booking, right?
Yeah,
And we're just trying to get something in the books. And our job and our career and this industry is so seasonal. And so whenever you can get something in the books, you get something in the books.
yeah,
But something happened to me probably, I want to say like 2 or 3 years in, where I just felt like I needed to sort of bring the same intuition that has led me through my whole life into the business. And what I decided to do was just put on blinders and do what felt right for me and to me, irrespective of what was happening in the industry, what anyone was saying. And so I've come to realize that when I am sort of engaging with a client or a potential client looking to work with me, um, depending on how like the call is going, um, something might just tell me, nope, not it. And I just listen to that. Recently I had to tell a client, I'm sorry, I don't think that we're aligned, because it was just trying to like pick and choose, hire us to do this, but then we'll DIY this piece of it, and then we'll do this, and then we'll do
Mm,
that. I'm just like, I would love to absolutely work with you. However, based on what we just talked about in the last few minutes, I don't think that we're aligned. I think that you need to go back and sort of talk with your fiance and your family and sort of realign your budget and rebaseline like sort of like what you want for your wedding, what your vision is, what your ideas are, and have that align with your budget, and then maybe come back and let's talk about it. But I don't think that we are aligned because the reason why you came to me, and I did say this, the reason why you came, because she was so excited to work with me, and she was going on and on about my Instagram page and how
mm,
beautiful my work is, which is great. That's flattering. But I had to say, the reason why you're so drawn to my work, the reason why you love it so much is because I stay true to my person, to the
yeah,
designer that I am. And so in order to not dilute my work and to preserve the integrity of my brand, I think that you need to go back and like figure out what it is you want and need exactly, and let's make sure that that really aligns. Budget and vision align together. We
yeah,
can't DIY. It just dilutes my brand, and we're just not doing that. And so sometimes you just have to kind of listen to your instincts, right? Not all
yeah,
money is good money, not all booking is good booking. Sometimes you have to stand true to who you are. I've worked so hard to build this brand, and so I'm just not in a place where I can just say yes to anything or anyone. You know what I mean?
yeah, 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 for sure. So in terms of Black excellence, do you believe that it's like a mindset and a movement? What are your thoughts?
Oh, that is a good question. Um, I do, well, I don't know if it's so much of a movement. I think it is a mindset. It's just starting to become a movement. I do feel as though I'm just one of those people because I am an immigrant. Excellence really run through everything that I do. So it's not just something that's like a movement. It's part of the fiber of my being,
Yeah,
right? Or not to say that other backgrounds and cultures don't demand or, expect so much from their kids. Of course they do.
yeah.
Um, but I come from a family of like I think I had a C one time and I was grounded for the entire summer. And I had to read a bunch of computer science books and come up
Oh,
with a
geez.
report at the dinner table every day to make
Oh,
up. So
but you're a
excellent,
better woman for it, right?
right? Exactly. And so I do feel like excellence is really part of who we are, what we do, especially when no one's looking, when no one's watching, when no one knows what you're doing. Excellence is just something that we repeatedly do that is something that you can't, I don't know how to put it. Like you can't, you have to always stay true to it. It's
Yeah,
part of me. I don't know if it's a movement. I really, to be honest, if I'm really answering the question, excellence is part of who I am. And if it's part of who you are, then it's not a movement. It's just part of the core of your being,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's built in, right? You're predisposed that way. That's what excellence is to me. And I feel like each one of us, especially us as creatives, we're so into the detail. Excellence is truly built into every single one of us in
mhm,
our own different ways. And it comes out and comes through in our own different ways
yeah,
through within our businesses,
yeah. Do you think that it's culturally um, different? So, like within the Black community, I mean, there's different cultures of
Mhm, mhm.
Black people, and do you think that culture has something to do with that, or is it something that you think that is just like bred inside, like always striving for the best?
Yeah.
to do the
No, I mean, right. I think for me, I can only speak for myself
sure.
and sort of my own upbringing. That's something that's just built in. And it's so also very different to answer that question because like I said, I am an immigrant, right? Even though I've been in this country, I grew up here. But it's not so much black or white where I come from, where
Yeah,
I am in my family. It just really isn't that way. It's all about being a good, honest, kind human being. But I do think from trends and from what I've seen, a lot of the Black excellence is really driven by the Black community. And I can understand and I see that. And I can understand why it is so important to acknowledge, Black excellence,
yeah,
right? And I respect that. I just view it a little bit more differently, where like my background is you don't have to be Black to be excellent. It's just
mm,
who you are. It's part
yeah,
of who you are as a person. Neither the color has nothing to do with it. And that's fundamentally very different if if you grew up in Africa and then you're here in America, or even you grew up outside of America, very, very different race
yeah,
relations and conversations and all
yeah,
that stuff. It is important, but not as important as it's really driven in this
yeah,
country. It's very, very different, right?
yeah.
Very, very.
I think too, like being a white woman, it's always like intrigued me. Different cultures have intrigued me, and like just wanting to learn more about your culture or people
Yeah.
of color, their culture. Um, but yeah, it's like it's a word. It's words that you see a lot, and you're like, okay, so how do you fit into that?
Yeah. I mean, where I come from is just like, you know, it's all about, I just remember Christianity, praying, going to church, just being a good, honest
Yeah,
human being. That's what I remember. There's nothing about, you have to be better than this person or that person.
right.
Well, you kind of have to because my Nigerian parent would be like, why did you get a C? You should have
Yeah,
gotten an A.
yeah,
We're more pushed on that standard,
yeah,
right? So the smartest one in the group, like,
yeah.
show me your degrees and show me it, but it's very, very different culturally
Mhm.
for someone whose, parents are Nigerian. It's very, very different.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah.
let's talk a little bit about Wildflower Hill and your business.
Okay.
What do you think was like the hardest learning curve for you being an owner of a business?
Ah. Oh, wow. That's a really good one. Okay, so the hardest learning curve for me was 5 years ago when I had to hire my first assistant.
Oh,
It was really hard to hire someone because I felt like this is something I've built. I need to protect it.
yeah.
Not that I didn't trust the process, but it was just like trust the process. And
Hmm.
my friends kept telling me, you just have to get help, get someone to help you with some of the things that you don't want to do. It was like getting a VA was all the rave at the time. And I was just like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. But it was actually, I didn't realize how hard it was going to be. But it was actually a little bit more challenging than I thought. And then when she came on, it just made life so much easier.
Nice.
And now to think and see like we have a team of, 20 is just like that's, insane because now it's like, okay, we have to hire in order to expand. And so growing a team has been so difficult because people come into the business and they don't really know what to expect, right? Because everything is all beautiful and colorful and textural and it's just like, flowers. But there's so much work that goes on behind the scenes, all the production work that goes in, all the prep, all the design, like the labor is so tough on your
Yeah,
body. And so it's interesting now to look back and go, oh my God, I cannot believe I was so scared to hire somebody. But now it's just like, let's get the next best person
right.
on our roster.
Nice.
But that was really hard. because no
Yeah.
one teaches you what to hire for, what to ask for. You don't know what you're gonna get, right? Until the person walks through the door and starts working with you, and then you're like, okay, let's untrain that bad habit. Let's do this. And I'm
Hmm.
such a very like type A detail driven individual,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to like client experience. Every client should feel as though they are our only clients,
Yeah.
irrespective of how many clients we have. Um, just because I come from this tech background, so all of that foundational systems and strategy and all those things really play a big part in the way that I run my business. But the client experience is very much at the top of it all because it is important to acknowledge the fact that these are beautiful life moments that we're designing for, and something we do needs to not make it come out like a bad memory, right? We need to make sure we're dotting every I and looking at every little thing. Everything has to be in place. And
Yeah.
so, um, yeah, we have to kind of teach people that anyway.
Yeah. So, what would be one piece of advice that you would give someone that maybe is just starting out or just opened a flower shop, a brick and mortar? Like, what's that one thing that you would give to them?
Oh, that is a good, you have so many good questions. This is why you have this job. Um, Oh wow. Honestly, looking back 8 years, the one thing that really sort of helped my business grow, I mean, there are multiple things, but I do feel like in the beginning, putting on blinders and staying focused on what's important to you is so critical,
Yeah.
because when you start looking at, oh, look at what this person is doing, oh, look at what this person, you're getting so distracted from working on what you're supposed to be doing, and by the time you come back around you've already lost so much time and you're trying to
Yeah.
catch up, and then you're like, oh my God, then
Yeah.
you can't get all these other pictures of what you've seen out of your head. And
Hmm.
so for me, it was just like, just put on blinders, do what you want to do, however you want to do it. If it doesn't work out, listen, it doesn't work out, you pivot, you realign, you baseline everything, and then you keep on going. But there's no such thing as like failure, because every single thing that you're doing is driving you to that destination of you having this beautiful, flourishing business that you cherish and love so much. But putting on blinders is one massive, big thing. I would say, like, blinders on, stay focused. And then honestly, I'd say, like, get a team. Having a team is so critical if you're looking to sort of expand. That's another thing I had to learn was bringing on people to the team to help expand the business and grow the business. And, you know, that's something I would definitely advise that up and coming new florists, take into account. And definitely make sure you have like systems in place to sort of support your business. Foundation is so important, not just like the pretty website and Instagram and all that stuff. Like, the way that you interact with your clients, or the way your client interacts with you and your team and experiences your entire workflow, should be seamless, should feel very, very luxurious, should feel like you're solving a problem for them, should feel like you're hearing them, you're seeing them, you're there with them every step of the way. You should really take on that event or wedding as though it is yours, and treat it like it is the one wedding that you have to do for the rest of your life. Like, this is it,
Yeah.
And so when you go into it that way, that's what luxury is all about, from my perspective.
Yeah. I mean,
You,
that's really, really good advice. Yeah, incredible. So 2026, what do you want to do more of?
oh wow. Um, one thing that we're the business has really sort of, I always like to say, forced me to grow it because I honestly just wanted to do my little intimate 5 or 6 clients per year. That's what I used to do, 5 or 6 clients a year. Um, And so now we're taking on so much more projects. And so um, I would really love to do some amazing things. Like one is just offering more of our corporate designs to corporate clients. That would be amazing. We're also expanding into like destination, going outside of the DMV area. I feel like that's something that my team and I are really excited to really, really work on this year coming up. And we're also working on like relaunching our online shop. And
Ooh.
so we have a couple of amazing collections that we're working on. We have a wreath collection that's so beautiful. I'm so excited to actually start working on that. And
Ooh,
that will be available for order. Like,
nice.
we can deliver across the country. And it's beautiful flowers that is being dried and it's just handmade, handcrafted. I'm so excited because
Yeah.
um it's something that it's almost like everlasting, right? Because you can have it to hang outdoors or indoors year round. It's just so beautiful. I can't wait for
Oh,
everyone to see that. Yeah, it's gonna be so amazing.
yeah, yeah. It sounds amazing to me. I'm gonna be
Um,
checking out your shop for sure.
yes,
Yeah.
and we're gonna be shipping nationwide.
Nice.
It's gonna be really, really beautiful. And then the other thing that we're working on is like our candle collection.
Oh,
So
nice.
we're working on this amazing fragrance, like Moroccan amber. It's like so good. I can't wait to share that on the
Oh,
website as
nice.
well. And then so many, working on so many things. We're also working on launching like our floral subscription,
Oh,
where you can subscribe for home delivery or office. Realtors can, subscribe and we can drop a new arrangement to a new homeowner who just bought their first home. So we're really looking to kind of curate those arrangements so that people can subscribe. And of course, here in the studio, we have people that order and they come pick up or we deliver locally. So that's really, really great. One of the things that's been so close to my heart, and really this is how Wildflower Hill came to be anyway, is Studio Wildflower Hill, which really is about visual storytelling and content creation for creatives, other creatives in the industry, brands. And I just would like to, I feel like it's kind of like my way to pay it forward, right? Because everyone always talks about how gorgeous my work is and how curated and everything just looks so, you just get sucked in. And so I
yeah.
would like to be able to work with other people like other florists or photographers, anyone in the wedding industry. We really work in this like visual driven world, and I would love to be able to partner with them to help curate and create beautiful images that they can use to promote and market their businesses and target their audiences and target the right clients so that they are speaking to the right people. It makes no sense to say that you do luxury, but your website or your designs don't really reflect that, even though
Yeah,
it should reflect that. And
for
so
sure.
I really want to get into a place where I can help, you know, bring some of that emotion and movement and texture into visual brand styling and strategy for others. So yeah, lots happening and I'm
Yeah.
really excited for the
I
next
love
chapter.
that. Oh my gosh. So I was thinking we could do something really fun since you're my 45th interview on the Beautiful People
What?
series.
45th. I'm 40. Wait, should I even say my age? I'm 45. I don't care. I don't
Woohoo!
even look a day
See?
20.
See, you're my 45th, you're
No, I'm
45.
just
We
kidding.
have matching outfits. I
All
wanted to
right,
do
let's go
something
for it.
a little different with like doing a little rapid fire, but I think I think that you need a thinking cap on for this. Do you happen to
Sweet.
have one?
I have one right. I knew you love hats, so
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, all I'm
Glory
gonna
in
need
her
my
glory.
sunglasses and I'll be set.
All right. So
Don't you just love this? Oh my
I
God,
love it.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Okay.
Do you think that you learn best from seeing or actually doing?
Ooh. Wait, this is rapid fire, right?
Yeah.
Um, doing
All right. Do you prefer several short breaks or one long one?
one long break.
Do you follow with your head or your heart?
Do I follow with my head or my heart? My heart, always my heart.
Always.
Everything with my heart,
Yep.
always.
Calling or texting?
Calling because I just, I want you to hear everything on my
Yeah.
side. I'm
So,
laughing,
so are you a morning person or a night owl?
morning person
Okay.
for sure.
Do you find deadlines motivating or stressful?
Motivating.
Okay. Um, do you like to work with music on or in silence?
Oh no, definitely music
Yeah.
on.
What's your favorite playlist?
Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh. Okay, right now, oh my God,
I
I have
know
to
it.
choose.
It's
Okay,
such a hard question.
oh, well, I mean, I listen to everything, but like right now, my favorite playlist is a playlist that has, oh no, what's his name? Bon Iver. Bon Iver.
Yes, love that. Oh, it's kind of folky, right?
Oh,
Yeah, so good.
yeah. Sorry, Kings of Leon, you're still my favorite.
Yeah. Okay, and then of course a question everybody wants to know. Do you
Oh.
believe in aliens?
No, but I believe in beautiful things and in beautiful people of the flower industry.
Aw, well, thank you. Thank you, Glory, so much for coming on and
Of
sharing your
course, thank
story.
you.
I love to get to know you, and you're an incredible designer and certainly someone I look up to. So thanks
Thank
so
you.
much.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me. Thanks, everyone. Mwah.